Welcome to the Masterpiece Effect, where we don't just chase success, we craft it. I'm Elnaj, self-leadership alchemist, Ironman finisher, and your guide on this unconventional journey to elite performance, legacy, and self-mastery. This is not your average personal development podcast. Here, we're questioning the narratives, dismantling limitations, and redefining what it means to lead yourself, your life, and your legacy. If you're ready to move beyond high achievement into intentional creation, you're in the right place. Let's begin crafting the ultimate masterpiece, you. Good morning, my friend. Today we are delving into a question that I receive ever so often, and that is, when is the right time or the best time to start working with a coach? Now, before we delve into the answer to this specific question, it's important for us to start having a conversation regarding the evolution of the field of personal development, or as I now call it, personal artistry, because there is so much confusion as to the various roles that's being played in this field, which is leading to people signing up for the wrong program with the wrong expectation and then feeling disappointed and frustrated at the end of all of this. Now, the key distinction where I want to start for you is the distinction between teaching, mentoring, and coaching. And I want you to understand that neither one of these are right or wrong. Neither one of these are better than the other. They each have a very specific place for a very specific purpose for a very specific person at any given time. So when we look at teaching, this normally happens when you find somebody who has learned the work of another and they have fallen in love with it, and so they are teaching this work to other people, making slight changes, using their own voice perhaps, and explaining it in a new way, in a way that they understand, so that people who maybe didn't resonate with the original language can now grasp it and learn it for themselves. So that is teaching. Teaching is literally taking a body of work that you have learned and you teach it to somebody else. Now, mentoring is that you have figured something else. You have discovered a way to make fitness work for you, or business work for you, or relationships work for you. It is you having lived life, using a variety of teachings, applying them, receiving the feedback, and then finding your way that it works. And now, because it works so well for you, you get to teach that to other people. You get to mentor other people in your philosophy. Now, mentoring is brilliant if the other person is on the same frequency as you, as what you were when you started your journey. And so it's just easier for them. It's a faster journey to take in order for them to get from point A to point B. Now, one of the things that is critical to understand is that if the mentorship is not creating the results for you, if the mentorship is in fact creating frustration in you because there is a lot of resistance in you in implementing what the mentor is saying, then it's time for you to take a deeper look at yourself and not making the mentor wrong, not making their methodology wrong, but just understanding that it is not right for you. So either you need to change or you need to change mentors. What I don't want you to feel is that there is something wrong with you because it's not working for you. It's simply not the right fit for you. Now, coaching, on the other hand, is conversations that occur for deeper introspection so that you can start getting to know yourself on a higher level, on a deeper level, from where to take action aligned with where you desire to be next in life. Now, another key distinction here is that coaching is not therapy. Therapy looks backwards to explain what happened to get you to where you are. And depending on the form of therapy that you are working with, some of that could be creating your identity. Some of it could be just helping you to understand better. Some of it can just help you to integrate and heal whatever it is that you feel is out of sorts for you. Coaching looks forward. Coaching acknowledges that you have taken an epic journey that got you to where you are today, and then it looks at where do you want to be next and how do we bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Now, even the field of coaching has evolved, and this is another key distinction for you to start understanding that if coaching hasn't worked for you in the past, it might be that the form of coaching that you were applying just wasn't the right fit for you. And so now you get to be really honest again with getting to know yourself a little bit better and to see what form of coaching is the best for you. Now, the first form of coaching, which is what I was trained in and what I practiced for a very, very long time, is what I now understand to be masculine energetics in coaching. This is where we set the goals, we create the plan, and we take massive amounts of action. And the focus of this form of coaching has always been on the goals. It has been on the movement. It has been on the progress. And if you are a high achiever, if you are somebody who thrives in setting goals, but you just want a higher perspective, if you are just finding yourself in the forest and you know that if somebody had a bird's eye view, that they could actually show you what you are not seeing at the moment, thereby creating faster progress for you, then this form of coaching is still brilliant. Now, there are a variety of levels of coaching, even in masculine energetics. And that is some of the coaches who are working really top level. And so with top level, what I'm meaning is they're only focused on the actions. They're only focused on the goals. They're only focused on the strategies. And for people who only want the outcome, the result, that don't really care about the deeper experience, this is the perfect fit. But the deeper end of this form of coaching is the introspection, is not only taking the action, but sometimes not taking the action, but the learning about who you are is what is critical. So the focus in this is the deeper inner work for people so that they can get to learn more about themselves and their behaviors, but they're using goals as the tool for focus to navigate this journey. Now, the evolution of this, and this is in the space where I'm playing, is feminine energetics in self-leadership. Now, in this form of coaching, we are not focused on goal setting. We are focused on identity work, the really, really deep identity work. This is a space of incredible equals where we come together in transformational conversation, delving really deep into who you are being in the moment, who you know yourself to be as an evolved being, as your highest form being, and calibrating you to this new frequency of self. So feminine coaching or feminine self-leadership doesn't require goals to keep the focus. Instead, it is an all-dimensional calibration. Some of this evolution came from us understanding that so often we get strung up on setting these goals and being so singularly focused, which is the masculine energy, that other areas of life get neglected. And neglect brings a lesser than. Things start crumbling. Things are not thriving. And it's a paradigm of sacrifice. So we sacrifice our health sometimes. We sacrifice our relationships. We sacrifice whatever is needed in order for us to achieve our goals. Again, I am not making this wrong. And I operated in this paradigm for decades, and I loved it. But when you are at a stage of life where fulfillment is the ultimate desire, when embodiment is what you are seeking, feeling that you are the woman or the man that you were born to be, that you are living the legacy that you are proud of without sacrificing any areas of your life, because everything gets uplifted through who you are being, then the feminine self-leadership is the space where you want to be playing in. Now, I will say that this requires a high level of personal responsibility. This requires somebody who is a leader in every sense of the word, who has shifted out of the paradigm of blame or victimhood or needing to save the world. It is a paradigm of spiritual maturity in which you start understanding that you are a part of source energy, and so you take full responsibility for where you are flowing the power of your energy in your focus. You take full responsibility of your influence on humanity, on the planet, on those around you. And from this space, you become really centered and you become really focused on calibrating every single day to your highest version self available to you at this time. What I love about self-leadership is that for people like myself, micromanagement does not work and micro-coaching no longer works. I am not the type of person who wants to have somebody look over my shoulder and navigate every step of the way for me. I am the type of person who works really well with a blueprint that I self-execute. And this is why I offer two options for my clients. The one option is deep dive experiences, a full day experience or a half day experience, in which we create the blueprint and find the frequency of calibration for self-execution. And these clients work with me once in a while for these really deep immersions. For other clients, this is only the beginning. These are the type of people who want to quantum leap their lives. And so they will do the full day immersion to create the blueprint and then work with me for 6 months or a year to have continuous calibration to the new evolved self, because they evolve so quickly. Which brings us full circle to the question, so when is the best time to work with a coach? Well, in my personal experience, the best time to work with a coach is any time that you are finding yourself in a space of exponential growth or desiring exponential growth. It is any time that you desire a space for deeper introspection, a space for creating the exceptional in your life, by being the exceptional in your life. I want to say this as well. You have everything that you need inside of you to live your most prolific life. You don't need anybody to get you from point A to point B. If you think that you need a coach, it's probably not the right time to work with a coach. If you want a coach, that is the perfect time for you to sign up with the right person. And then get to be honest with yourself. What is the form of coaching that you know will best nurture who you are? Personally, I work with artists. I work with those who self-create. I work with those who take ownership of their life experience and understand that life is not happening to them. They are in actual fact happening to life, and life is happening through them. So if this is resonating for you, I'd love to have a conversation. Whether it is for a full day intensive or for ongoing work, you can simply reach out to me at al@alnaj.com, and we can see what is the best fit for you and if this form of coaching is in fact the right fit for you. And then something else that is quite special to me that I have started is a free year-long masterclass called the Full Moon Chronicles, in which I release free masterclasses on a monthly basis according to the energy of the moon. And you might think that this is all airy-fairy. I personally believe in energetics, and I understand that there are many things that has been used over the eons by humanity to support them in their focus of what it is that they want to create. And there is a free Facebook group available for this as well. So if you want to join that, again, just reach out to me and I can set you up so that you can get that started at your own convenience and at your own pace. Other than that, my friend, I really hope that this has answered some of your questions. If it has raised more questions for you, then just reach out to me as well, and we can have those answered, whether it is in an upcoming episode or I can just directly respond to you. And always remember, wherever you go, you get to make it your masterpiece. Have an incredible day further. Cheers. That's it for today's episode of The Masterpiece Effect. But your transformation doesn't stop here. If something resonated, challenged you, or sparked a new insight, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts. Connect with me at alnaj.com. And if you found value in this conversation, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because life's too short for mediocrity. Let's create a masterpiece. See you next time.